Osiam Siaya. We'd like to welcome you to Idle No More Education Forum here at Trinity Western University.
Swale, Humantala tel squi, Quils Quetzalala, everyone. It's a good day to be with you all. My English name is Carrielynn, and my ancestral name is Humantalat. This name will tell you where I'm from. This name comes from the Victor side of my family. And it explains that I'm from the Upper Fraser Valley. Through the meaning of the first part, Huam, and through Talat, explains that it's a feminine name. There's no fancy meaning. It's not like stands with a fist or something. You know, there's no glorification of that. But that does not mean I'm not honored to carry this name. It's a blessing to carry a name that comes from generations past, and there's a responsibility with that I carry as well. I'm here today to talk about art. And I understand that we should tie it in a little bit to the I Don't Know More movement, and I think that'll happen naturally. I have some artistic experience. I'm a visual artist. I focus on Salish design, and as well I'm a theater artist. I spent 2 years in theater school down in Vancouver. The program is called Full Circle Ensemble Training, so we didn't focus on writer, director, actor so much as we focused on everybody acts in a way that is socially responsible, and we perform together, we work together, and it was a mess. When there's no boss, it's a mess. But we made it work, right? We made it work, and a big part of theater in the style that we were learning in was about dissecting our personalities. Have you ever dissected your personality? That's messy too, because we're so determined to be ourselves. And then when somebody says, look at yourself, what are you doing? Who are you? Why do you do that? And we're like, I don't want to look. But that was a really, it was recharging, because when we brought ourselves back together and then we put ourselves on stage, we were there in full effect. And there's not a day that goes by I'm not grateful for those experiences. As well, I'm a musician, so I write, sing and perform hip-hop and blues music separately. I don't do them together. That'd be the day, though. I think they'll come together someday. I've been performing and writing hip-hop music since I was 14, so that's over half a lifetime. Done hundreds of shows throughout Canada, North America, and on the ocean for some wonderful Japanese people. So there's so much to being an artist. There's so much to it, and I'd just love to share a little something on this board. Is there a pen for it or something? I see an eraser. Do you carry a whiteboard pen with you?
Yeah.
Winona is a faculty member at UFV, so she's got it under control. I'll take blue. Thank you very much. I'm such an artist. This is a black pen. So, Salish design is very distinct from many, many Northwest Coast designs. This work behind me, I don't know specifically where it's from. It does look very Haida, and then through the faces and the ovoids, I'm guessing it's Haida. But Salish design is different because of the way that the shapes work together. So I like to call it pebble in the pond. And we all know what happens to a pebble in the pond. What happens to a pebble in the pond? It ripples. I love the gestures, you guys are great. So here's our ripples, right? Now, depending on what's underneath the water, there's a number of directions those ripples could go in their strongest way. So what happens in Salish design is you'll see pebble in the pond everywhere. You'll see it in eyes, you'll see it in very simple designs, you'll see it in shoulders, and you'll see it in the knees, and you'll see it everywhere. You start to see what I'm talking about, right? But in a lot of North Coast designs, you'll see ovoids, you will see closed shapes, where there's no there's no effect. The effect is not the same. Closed, 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 closed. Let's say this is a bear, sketched out bear. We take a bear and we do the same thing in Salish design. I'm just gonna draw the outline first. It's looking kind of wolfy, a little like this. We start to see the way that the shapes work together, right? We can start to see that there's flow to it. Here like this, here like that. So I was meditating on this. I was observing this, and I was thinking there must be something in that. There must be something for us. Something that makes us distinct from this. So I came back to the ripple in the pond, and I put myself here like this. That's me, or you, or that's us. And what happens when we become the pebble in the pond is we see that our actions have consequences. And the way that our people work as a tight-knit community is through social responsibility. And it's so intrinsic, and it's so embedded in the way that the people work together that a lot of times it's never spoken of. It just is. And I think that is a beautiful thing. Thank you, Winona, for the pen. So one of the beautiful things that's coming through in the I Don't Know More movement is the way that artists are naturally finding their way to express what they're experiencing through the arts. There's songs out there that came out 2 weeks ago with 40,000 hits on YouTube. 2 weeks, 40,000 hits on YouTube. There are posters that were created by individuals who felt sparked by the movement when they said, yes, that's my art, I'm not going to sign that, everybody use it. Selfless art making for the movement. This is a good thing, right? it's a good thing to experience our people sharing so willingly to propel ourselves forward. So in that same movement, we're seeing active culture, right? We'll go to the mall, and there's some of our people in their hard-earned regalia, standing there with the drums, singing songs that are far older than we can imagine, and we instantly get feelings about it. We all have our own thoughts and our own perceptions about it. What I see happening is a resurgence of pride. But not the kind of pride that says, I'm better. The kind of pride that says, I am deserving, simply because I deserve. And what is that? There's a humility in that. And there's a teaching in that for the ones who are watching. The kids come, and they sing, and they dance. And sometimes they're blessed with that regalia too. And I cannot change your mind, and I'm not here to change your mind. I'm simply here to share a perspective about what's happening at that level. We're no longer underground. Because at one time, yes, we were forced to stay in groups of less than 5, and at one point we were forced to surrender our regalia, and it was burned in front of our people because it was against the law, or it was bad. And at one point we were not allowed to sing those songs. So what's left, the tiny bit that's left, is being launched into the public eye. Yes, we're still here. Yes, we still believe. Yes, this is alive. And no, it is not a commodity. And that's a powerful statement, all done through singing a song in a mall. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So to witness that and to be a part of that is not just a privilege for someone like myself. The doors are not closed. Those doors are wide open for everybody to find a place and to be a part of something that is more like what they say, building an 8th fire, where we can all come together with what understanding we do have. Lahai.